So here we are, a new episode of Pints and Pages, and I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And we're going to go ahead and get started talking about what we've been doing and how we've been doing it. So what we've been doing, and you guys can come in anytime you want. So I know the topics, we really haven't had a topic, and we've been scattered with the podcast and different things that we've been trying, but we're trying new things out. Gameplay is one thing that we've been working on. The podcast is one thing we've been working on. Obviously, adding video is one of the biggest things that we're trying to do. We're trying to add video to it. There's different programs, equipment that we've been trying to use. We moved from the store to the house because it was a little more comfortable.
I moved into the house.
Yeah. There's the whole... I got divorced. Levi moved into the house. That's been a thing. So we've been just busy and trying different things and seeing what sticks. I do enjoy it being at the house. It's a little more comfortable. The store being having the stuff behind the store though is pretty cool. But there is a room in the house that we can technically make look a lot like the store. And we can have stationary cameras, which we can't have in the store. We can have, a complete setup that never gets messed with, which is kind of nice.
Invest in audio mixers and boards and stuff. So, because that's one reason I don't want to do it, because we're sitting out in, for everyone, our dining room. I don't want to just have that shit sitting here all day.
Right.
Plus, when we play Magic or when we have other friends over and play card games or whatever, that's hard to go store away and then remember where all of it's at, how to put all of it back together, do everything all over again, and make sure when I set it up, it actually sets up properly. Because working sound before, when I was at McHale, all the time we'd have issues where, all right, plug this in, plug that in, everything's done the same way we have 100 fucking times, and then we're not getting a signal.
Yeah.
For no reason. And then you change cables and all of a sudden it's good. And that cable still works. We've used it on other things. Just weird shit like that can happen.
And you're never going to get you're never the same camera angle.
No.
And Brad brought up something the other day when we were talking, and I thought it was a good point. We got up from the video that we did do. We got up from the table a lot because we filmed it right before the Super Bowl. Yeah. So I was cooking. I was trying to make meatballs and do different things.
Anyone that watches that can hear the dogs walking and my fiance doing dishes.
And I'm sure you'll hear the dogs walking today, but that's not that big of a deal. It's just a podcast. But, we are, if we were in a room away from it all, which this house has a lot of them.
Yeah. They need fixed up. The upstairs ones need fixed up.
Yeah. And, we can kind of go to that place, play our games, still have the comfort of a house that you can go to. I think it'll work better. And you'll have a spot where we can play games where it's just 4 people playing Magic, or if a whole bunch of friends show up and we end up with 6 and everybody wants to play Commander, we still have the big dining room table. Yeah. We can come down here and play 6-player Commander. You know what I mean?
Videotape the fabled 9-way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That would have been fun at the store that one time.
Yeah. So I think having the 2 spaces is nice.
How many guilds are there?
There's 10 guilds?
10 guilds of Ravnica. You take the 5 colors, you can combine them 2 ways. 2 by 5 is 10.
Yo, dibs on the fucking Selesnya, but we should have a 10-way game where everybody plays a 2-color commander unique to each guild.
Nice.
That's
War
a
of
good
the
idea.
Guilds. The War of the Guilds. Sorry.
That's a good
Off
idea.
tangent.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what I've been doing.
I would love to play. What's black-white?
Orzhov.
Yeah, Orzhov.
Yeah, black-white's Orzhov. That's a fun one.
I would love to play black-white.
I can hand you area and just let you go to town.
Is that what area it is?
My go-to is always red-blue.
I also have the Vampires Precon.
I enjoy the Clue deck that I have. I enjoy the color mix, but the one that I always want to bring in for some odd reason is black. I'm always attracted to the black cards. Like, I don't know if it's just because they're surrounded about death or what, but I'm always attracted to the black cards. That's
black, in my opinion. I think the game
Black's
is
got
very
fun.
balanced with its shit, but I always have an issue with black. Black has sacrifice. Black has discard. Black has also mill. It has all sorts of bullshit in it. It's mean.
It's got this thing won't die.
Yeah, whether it's indestructible or they can bring it back repeatedly from the
So
graveyard.
this thing won't die.
so we've been trying different things. And that's why the content's been sporadic. And we're going to get back on it especially with this podcast, getting back to doing what we do. And that is, the three of us sitting around the table bullshitting. I think we need to get back to doing that at least once a week, like we have been. Yeah. And the gameplay will come later, but you'll see on some of the videos that we probably, as we're getting started with the gameplay, there will be stuff that we try and doesn't work, and and we liked this, but we didn't like this. Hey, let's change this. And it was fun playing in front of a camera. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I do enjoy it too.
I think I'm starting to get a hang of Magic a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I think there's just, I like the Magic video. We do need to do a Lorcana where we're playing Lorcana.
A really good. Well, we got Aaron for Inklings. I think that'll be a good solid time.
Yeah.
To do that, and then I want to unbox my booster box.
Yeah, and then we need to do
also wanting to do mine for a video.
A solid
booster box head-to-head challenge. Who will come out with the most value and the price of cards?
I think.
Here's the. Prices.
Yeah, I think a good solid unboxing video with like multiple cameras too would be good. Does that make sense?
It could, yeah.
Like I like not just you like unboxing because that was fun, but like
you get
a camera out, a camera out where you're like, holy shit, look at this.
I can see how Levi's pacing around behind you.
I'm fucking grabbing Brad's shoulders half the time when he's opening shit. You didn't get to witness that.
I did not.
You can see exactly which logs he's sawing.
So we'll skip the Four Locos for that one.
Yeah. But there's only one left in the fridge. I've been taking care of that.
They, I do think that a different, like multiple camera angles for that would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff that we're working on. There's stuff that we're doing trial by air, and I'm having a blast doing it.
We haven't lapsed a year yet. When did we start?
No, we're 26 episodes, I believe.
We're about
26 episodes, but we've had some weeks where we didn't.
Right.
So we're getting close. Like sometime this summer will be a year.
Yeah.
It was August when we started.
August.
I don't remember when exactly in August, but
so for being under a year's time of doing this, we got our hands in
this
a lot
is
of crap
episode
at once.
26.
Okay.
If we start wrangling our crap together, I think we'll do well.
I mean, I would like, we've got,
we need a firm structure.
We do. We
need rules.
We're we're kind of working on, and honestly, we're working on that because we've done, so we had a couple of things and we were like, okay, let's switch it up and but now that we've done it in different places and we've done different things, added the video, worked with different microphones, did one podcast at Tony's studio. I think we know what we want, what we don't want. And I think we can start writing the rules from that. I also don't think it's a bad idea, and I was throwing this around in my head today while I was getting ready, was, maybe we should do not a Facebook page or a social media thing for every single thing that we do, but maybe at least a social media page, and maybe because right now our YouTube channel is Savini Comics Network.
Maybe we should everything under different playlists.
Well, and maybe we should
playlist organization's key because that's what I go to.
Right. Well, and command command zone.
The only weird one is sorry not to interrupt you, is the podcast that we unboxed. I have that under both playlists because it technically is both.
Right. Man.
Yeah, so like Command Zone, shout out if they're listening. I'm sure they are. Command Zone has that's the name of their channel. Plus, they have the Command Zone podcast, then they have game nights and they have stuff. So I was thinking while I was getting ready today, maybe it should be Pints and Pages. Maybe that should be the name of our YouTube channel.
And then
we have the Pints and Pages podcast.
Yeah.
And then we have unboxing, whatever we decide to do.
Right now it's under
ripping plastic. If we decide to call it that.
Every fucking playlist label at page 1, and then it's fucking the podcast, and then page 2 is magic.
Right.
Dude,
yeah.
Just label them as pages.
So yeah. Oh,
page early on today.
Yeah.
Page fucking.
Right.
Oh, page 69. Don't ask what page that is.
So. But,
that's
because we have names for everything, so you got the Pints and Pages YouTube channel, and it's got the Pints and Pages podcast. It's got Tapped and Exerted, the game thing.
Previews. It's like, all right, today we're going to go over the table of contents for this week's release.
Yeah, I mean, we could
do the list.
We could do everything like that. We could do the if we stuck with the comic book theme,
the table of contents.
We could go that direction too, where you've got the prelude into the story, and we could do it that way too. So
I got to make this table a transformer. It is the table of contents, and it'll just be like hidden compartments, and it's like, what are we doing? And it's like magic, and it folds.
That would be great. That would be great.
Now people can see all those actions that you do. Normally it's just for us.
I know. I'm very expressive. Yeah.
So
you can share that with people.
Yes, it's great.
So
cheers.
So I think that's fantastic. I think it's I think we're headed in the right direction. We just kind of
we're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out.
We're
figuring it out.
We're gonna take notes from people that's done it, but we're not trying to copy nobody. We just gotta figure out everybody's good structure points and why you do things the right way.
I think my ideal thing would be
weird
for the next investment for the podcast would be 3 of those Rode mics, the $100 podcast ones, and a soundboard that I can just sit in front of me, so that way I can have all 3 of us adjust volume and do all of that stuff, but it still comes out as one audio thing.
Right.
I want to be able to
Oh, you want a soundboard?
Yeah. I just need some,
That is something I can figure out. I know a pretty simple way of doing that.
What if we just go approach the radio station and be like, do you need a late night filler? Sunday late night filler.
Yeah, we would definitely have to.
I'm pretty sure there's
that's
some
how
rules
you listen
for radio.
to it live.
There's some.
We'll figure out the guy. Well, Howard Stern made it for quite a while on radio.
He did. He
true.
did make it on radio for a little bit.
But yeah, that's how we record live, and we use the radio station's equipment to record all our crap.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. It's a shame that they don't. Is there a? I'm going to ask this stupid question because I'm old. Is there a place where you could do live streaming for just podcasts other than YouTube? Is there a podcasting live stream?
YouTube, Twitch, any of the live streaming platforms. One of the podcasts I watched.
I didn't think they did podcasts on Twitch. I thought it was
just put it under just chatting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You put it under just chatting. But just like I've told you before with Twitch, the issue is you need a following that knows when you're going to be live. That'd be one of those things we'd have to have a set schedule where every Sunday at 2 p.m. we are live recording Pints and Pages. And it can't deviate from that because people will be waiting for it once you grow a fan base and an audience. And if you don't have a fan base and an audience, especially in the just chatting category that typically has a couple 100,000 people watching it, you're going to be at the bottom that nobody can find you.
If you ain't got your ass and tits out in that category, you ain't making no money.
To a point, there are some that don't, but yes, I understand your sentiment.
I'm like, why in the fuck is this here? And you click on it, and it's just girls laying in their room, and I'm like, what in the fuck? Like,
The
what
other
happened
one
to
is
Twitch, man?
TikTok.
So TikTok is not one that I use TikTok now, but
It's out of my
granted,
realm.
I just downloaded it maybe a month ago.
Oh, like TikTok Live. This would be perfect for TikTok live stream, I think.
Yes and no. It's got to be vertically integrated, and the way we are right now,
We'd have to sit on each other's laps and shit.
Well, I mean, I'm game. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
Top.
I'm just kidding.
Call top. Call top.
So
Goddamn
yeah,
it,
no,
Brad.
okay, I get you. I get what you're saying.
But I can look into it, and maybe that can be a thing because I know TikTok is good about sharing, like the algorithm, not sharing,
right, but the algorithm is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Once you get going with it and whatever. But like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
But Brad is correct because it's all vertically integrated. We'd all have to be sitting right here on top of each other.
All right.
That would be the only.
What's going on?
Well,
I can't see.
mean, not necessarily. We could probably pull it out,
Yeah.
the camera
The
out,
camera
far
out
enough or
further.
whatever.
Yeah.
But there is a point where you can't do it anymore.
I talked to a marketing lady a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't tell you guys this. I
He's colluding without us.
No, I just.
Oh God, this is the end.
I just ran into her. Just happened to run into her on a slow night at the store, and she had suggested that to get the ball rolling on social media, Facebook and Instagram was fine, but like something like TikTok, we could take like clips, or even like the three of us in the store, like just doing something. Like you took a camera in, or even your phone, and you videoed Brad just thumbing through a magazine, or me doing something at the cash register, and put the podcast audio over the top of it, and then like with the caption, go to Pints and Pages and listen to our podcast. Like if we shot one of those, it's almost like a commercial.
It's one of those things. It's because right now a big
sense.
thing on TikTok is what Dad's talking about.
Voice
You'll
overs.
sit there and watch someone play Subway Surfers with the audio going on. Maybe a little bit of the video in the top corner, but you're basically watching Subway Surfers while just some random audio is playing with a link in the description. Hey, this is where that's from.
Yeah. So it's kind of like our own. We can use TikTok to run our own commercials and really not have to pay for commercials.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just kind of roll off your own shit.
Right. So
And the fun part about TikTok is no one gives a shit how cringe you are.
no, because there's some questionable shit on TikTok.
I don't use TikTok. I stray away. What I know of TikTok is what my wife shows me on vacation. Here, look at this. And I'm like, oh, okay.
My
It's
TikTok is
usually pretty
filled
funny.
with a lot of dogs, raccoons, foxes, cats, a lot of animals. I like animals.
I got
I
dog-
find them very cute.
A lot of dog and cat videos are on mine. A lot of Fortnite is on mine. People playing Fortnite live, like live streaming Fortnite.
Mine's Rainbow Six typically.
Okay, that's
the only
Okay.
video game thing I tend to get.
There's not a whole lot of magic on TikTok.
No, because Magic's a wide game.
That
Like
makes
that's
sense.
my
Yeah,
even though you can camera
hey.
angle and everything.
We could corner a market. If there's not a lot of magic on there, let's be the ones that are like, so fucking outlandish with magic cards.
Podcast will hear it first if I can figure out how to do it. If I can clip the Brad going morphin time, throw that up on TikTok.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you could totally do that
Jesus
if you could
Christ.
clip that out.
No, you gotta clip in
With
Power
like a-
Rangers music.
With
Lighting,
Power Rangers
lighting,
music.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Is if I can figure out how to do the lightning, just have the whole audio of you getting up, taking everything off. It's morphin time, and just hold that still, and just lightning shoot out of the eyes with Power Ranger music.
That would be great. Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would be
God.
funny. Yeah,
What did I do to myself?
You're gonna become a meme, goddammit.
That's my role in all this.
Yeah,
I'm the meme guy.
I've been watching a lot of different YouTubers and doing different kind of magic videos, and there's some inventive ways to do the magic videos.
That's my issue. I don't watch a lot of the Magic stuff. I just play a lot of the Magic stuff.
I watch everything.
Yeah, I watch a lot, and they all do it. They all know each other.
Yes.
Because they're all on each other's shows, which is fantastic. They all do it a little bit different. You know, you've got the studio production, you've got the people doing it in their house, you got the people doing it in their basement. You've got the tabletop jocks seems to be in a studio, but not like
he shoots in a lot of different places, and I believe they bulk shoot. Like he did a lot of shooting for MagicCon Las Vegas while he was there.
Okay.
So you'll notice there's a lot of games set up at the same table in a hotel room. And then he had a big cookout one year, and it was like a lot of people playing Magic, I think, at his house. And yeah, so like you can kind of notice what groups of videos those come from.
Okay.
Because I believe he's got an acting career that's currently going.
Okay.
There's just lots of little things.
And
did you see him in the guest spot on Command Zone's Murders of Karlov skit? Did you watch the skit? Dude?
I watched the skit. Is the best.
I still need to watch
good
stuff.
The skit is perfect. The skit is perfect that they do at the beginning of the show.
No, I'm hoping I get to meet a lot of these people next weekend. And I want to try to pick brains.
Hey, give him a bunch of business cards, so that way when he goes to shake hands, he can just slip it in with the palm.
Yeah.
The one that I found the most interesting, because we had talked about it before, and now that two of us live in the same house, I suppose we could still do it. Is it Hijinks that does it where they're all in different spots? And the screen is literally the four mats with the four players on the little screen.
Oh yeah, they play on Spell Table.
Oh, we could try doing Spell Table. Yeah, we could try doing Spell Table. The only issue would be is with the fourth player guest.
Is there a TV that is the exact size of a playmat? So you can like us three here, and then we just plop the TV down. Like
that would be awesome.
And get another TV right there. Get two TVs.
Another feature for the table of contents. Little interchangeable TV spots.
See, the other part is you get another TV, so they have a webcam for their face, and you can see them holding their cards.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's on
iPads.
Spell Table.
You put them on iPads.
There you go.
Build a whole system. We'll just write a program.
You could do that with a table. I didn't even think about that. Why would you need playmats? You could just use 4 TV screens.
Except for yours, you're just sitting there with it, playing, get a laptop off to the side to run your shit, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna play this and tap that. And they're like, tap what? What are you talking about? I'm like, that right there. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, even if we were all 4 sitting here playing, like live, like the table you're building, like you could just have, like, just take 2 screens.
I want to build,
and like, okay, that's.
I'm just gonna build robots to play with.
Yeah,
and cut all the people out. Thank you guys.
You're gonna want to put a layer on top of them screens.
Well, yeah, like a big, like
plexiglass.
like plexiglass or something.
Yeah, especially with me around, I like to spill shit or get spilled on.
That would be harder to move around, though. Probably the 4 computer screens or TV screens.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why you want
they
4 computer TV screens in there when you could just do one big one, and then it becomes a D&D table.
Yeah, and I need one of those.
You could do 4 of them, and then I guess you could split it out. Yeah, I guess.
So the most professional gaming table possible. And when you're not using it as that, the TV just flips out so you can play the Xbox underneath it or some shit.
I mean, that would be cool. The one we built with Tyler, he has board. So there's a lower part that I believe he either put a TV in or always planned to put a TV in for D&D. But then when he's not using it, there's boards to go on top of it, so it's just a solid table for Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, Aaron had one of those. That's what they play on for their D&D session with it, a lot of his family and stuff. But I want one that's smaller, that's more akin to. No, I'm not gonna be playing D&D on them. Play card games. I want it to be able to we could sit down and play fucking euchre on it if we wanted to, or we can play Magic or whatever card game. But we can also film it.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck, I might just mic the table and you literally plug the table into a computer, just Arduinos and shit.
Or into a
that would be fun.
Into a
soundboard.
Oh, I want LEDs. It's gonna be flashy.
Yeah.
Put LEDs under my desk.
I've got fucking.
Thanks to Dawn.
Yeah, thanks to Dawn.
I think I got a couple thousand feet worth of LED lighting, just strips in the basement that I've not used.
Yeah.
Sealed coils of it. I just fucking. I got some wild shit.
Yeah, I've got a lot of scraps and stuff in the garage that we just never did anything with. So there's a ton of it out there.
That was the other thing I thought about, but that would take way too much work. Was turning that spare garage making sure the roof didn't leak. 'Cause I know we've had issues before with that. Putting up drywall and all that fun shit, putting down flooring, and a part of it making that the podcast studio. That would be way too much work compared to fixing a room upstairs.
Yeah, the problem with the garage isn't that the roof leaks. It's all about ground leveling. So
I've been growing up on it.
Yeah, when it gets saturated, like when all the snow melts, the water's got nowhere to go but through it comes in
because that's also lower.
It's lower than the ground, and it kind of just seeps in.
Yeah.
So, and I'm never really worried about it because it's just a garage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Yeah,
and it only does it in one spot, so it's not like it's.
I was gonna say all we have in there is all the fucking lawnmower.
Yeah.
Shit that.
Yeah, yard
scrap
stuff. In there. Yeah. So nothing that can be harmed, and even if you put something spare
desk
furniture
was out there and it was fine.
Yeah, spare furniture. As long as you put it to the back of the garage, that part never gets wet at all. But the upstairs would be definitely easier to turn into a space.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So, so that's kind of where we're at with that. Just working on what we need to do and working on how we're going. And
I think with the unboxing videos, it's just a fun little thing we splash in. It's easy, quick and easy.
Yeah, that's a quick
it really is.
So
and
much fun too.
Lorcana comes out next week.
Yeah,
we're doing it drops both of our boxes.
Head to head. Fucking challenge.
Fucking who pulls the enchanted first?
Pack for pack.
I was gonna say we'll get overhead cameras for the both of us. So this one captures you and your side. Mine that one captures me and your side. We'll sit here like you said.
It would be pack for pack. Who gets the enchanted first? So
there's a chance. There's a possibility no one gets an enchanted, or both. Have you guys? Speaking of which, have you seen the new Jafar that everyone's freaking the fuck out about?
He's saucy.
He's saucy, but I kept seeing all these Reddit posts of people. Oh, a whole new world is awful with the new Jafar. This is gonna be broken. This is OP. Blah 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 blah.
What did I play? What did I play before he even came out?
Yeah.
And they're talking about Whole New World being broken. I drew 21 cards on a turn once because of Whole New World. So fuck all that.
I read all that shit and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be good, but this ain't fucking broken. Yeah. I've seen broken. Granted, I know early card game, whatever, but I've seen fucking broken in early development card game. This ain't. This is just powerful.
No one even uses infinite combos in Warcraft,
which upsets me.
And there's a couple. There's a very small amount of them that exist. I have one built into.
I love infinite combos.
I do have one built into the deck, but it's going to be harder than fuck to get all the pieces in the right order to do it. But if I do it, you're fucking toast. And I'm just going to sit there and have fun.
I was gonna say that's what
I'm not gonna divulge my secrets. Go find your own infinite combos. It's too early for that shit.
That's what I want to build 2 Chatterfang decks, EDH ones.
Yeah.
One is strictly CEDH competitive, the other one not. Squirrel Tribal. The CEDH one's gonna be all of the infinite combos you can do with Chatterfang because he is outrageous. Everything infinites with him because anytime he anytime you would create a token, you create that many 1/1 green squirrel tokens. So you double the amount of creatures you create. So anytime something makes you sacrifice to say return a card, you could play it.
He's green-black, right?
Yes, he's green-black. I can't think of the exact cards, but there's a couple different cards that when you play it, it'll create a token, which then causes you to create squirrel tokens.
Academy manufacturer.
Yeah.
Causes you to make one of each if you make a food clue.
And then sacrifice it. I'm trying to think I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up. I'm explaining it poorly, but there's a bunch of fun different interactions
Parallel
you can do with
lives. Doubling seasons.
If you add even more doublers on top of that, it gets insane.
Wow. You're running Chatterfang. I just want to get even more complicated, and then, if you could run green, white, black.
That's what my 60 card deck is.
Then you throw in Osher Attack, Annoying Procession, and then it just, you would put a card down, and it's I have 18 other cards. Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, it's 492. It's math.
Playing the janky version of the 60 card deck on Arena, it's already gotten out of hand a lot, because with, do you know what Chitter Spitter does?
Yeah, I think so.
With Chitter Spitter and Chatterfang out, every time you create a squirrel, you create 2 squirrels. So with Chitter Spitter, when you have to sacrifice the one, you still have 1 squirrel left over. All of them got buffed. Net positive gain. And you do that over and over and over every fucking turn.
Yeah.
Especially gets bad when you have 3 or 4 of them out on the field. Chitter Spitter is every time.
Yeah. I have a Chitter Spitter somewhere.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
you know what Chitter Spitter does then.
Yeah, somewhere.
Chitter Spitter.
It's not actually. I think it's in a box at the store.
I guess I'll have to buy that from you. Yeah, I'm gonna need a couple of them.
I think
can buy a couple.
What set's it from? Or what printings?
Let me look it up.
Be a better question.
I think the one I got is from Wild's Eldraine.
I'm pretty sure it was Modern Horizons 2.
Oh, it was. Maybe it was Modern Horizons 2. Yeah, I bet it was.
Sets and printings for Chitter Spitter.
Unless it was in the new Ravnica Remastered.
No, it's Modern Horizons 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
That is the only set. It was made for Modern Horizons 2.
Okay. All right.
I may have one too.
I might have one. I have cards sitting around everywhere.
Yeah. I say I know I've got one because I saw it this weekend when I was going through stuff.
There's a couple different things I need.
They're not too expensive.
No, they're 50 cents. I believe.
I think what I'm going to do for
the full or the extended art, I gotta remember quit calling them full arts. Extended art is $1, so that's cool too.
Is the Lorcana full art?
The Lorcana is enchanted.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole nother thing.
There's
full art, there's extended art, there's borderless.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So for Magic,
for Magic, yeah.
And then Pokemon also has full arts, borderless.
Yeah,
all of them
reverse arts,
reverse hollows, reverse hollows.
It's come on.
So instead of Magic
together.
Instead of Magic, where if it's foil, they foil the whole thing. Now they have the different kinds of foiling that they do. But if it's foil, they foil the whole thing. In Pokemon, you can get a holographic, which I believe is the pitch. Yeah, the art is just holographic. None of the actual other part of the card is holographic.
Oh, okay.
The reverse would be the rest of the card is holographic. The art is not.
Well, there's one foil where it's the background art is foil, but the art of the Pokemon is not, right? I think there's another.
Yeah, I was gonna say now you're losing me.
I think there's another one.
I haven't collected Pokemon cards in so long.
There's so many.
Started to buy some from your store, but not that much.
No, there's some where it's just the background. I think is foil. It's I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Let's see.
Yeah, weird foilings. Then you get to Magic, and there's Surge foil, Confetti foil, Star Galaxy foil, fucking. It's all
but
wild.
At least it's all foil. And Infinity is going to give you these space foils.
Got no Wilds of Eldraine confettis.
Really?
No confettis. No Agathas. I stopped at a fucking shop in Decatur and I walked in and like, y'all got any of them Agatha Soul Cauldrons? And they're like, nah, bro, we just sold it yesterday. I'm like, you gotta be
you got me kidding.
You have not been able to get one of those.
I'm gonna get one MagicCon, so fuck it. And I need to look at who the artist is on it because I'll have that motherfucker sign it while I'm there and just be done with it.
For the Pokemon Hollows, there's Hollow, which the Pokemon image is hollow. Reverse Hollow, the frame around is hollow foil, but the actual Pokemon image is not. And then Full Art Hollow, the entire card is holographic.
Okay.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's a lot. I thought Magic was a lot.
Magic is a lot.
Yeah, Magic's a lot too.
Everything's a lot.
That is true. Everything's a lot.
Yeah, Magic. I thought Magic was a lot. And then all Lorcana's got is Enchanted and Foil, right?
Yeah, non-foil.
And then non-foil. Okay.
Now, as of
right now. Yeah, as of right now.
Yeah, we'll see how that.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. That could change for sure.
Yeah, that could change real quick.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll have to see. Yeah, you never know. Hey, grab me one of those.
God damn you.
I know, right? Can't be talking about Pints and Pages and not have a beer in my hand.
Damn, the artist for Agatha Soul Cauldron's not going to be a Magic.
Not going to be a Magic one?
That's dumb.
Yeah.
He should be there.
That's not smart.
Yeah, he missed out on a nice tip from me when
Yeah.
he signs my card.
Where's Magic Con at in Chicago?
McCormick's Place.
Oh, okay. It's the same.
Center.
It's the same place that C2E2 was at. So yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Parking, it can be a bitch. Magic Con's probably not going to be as big as C2E2 though. So
Shoot.
You might be wrong about that one.
This is a 30th anniversary special Magic Con. Like, they're doing the whole reason they're having actual Magic Cons right now is because of the 30th anniversary. It's like a whole marketing thing.
My only warning to you will be: remember how you walked into the building and how you got from parking to the convention area.
I may not drive to the convention area.
You may Uber or something.
I may Uber because I'm at that Acme Hotel.
Oh, okay.
And that's like,
Comes equipped with dynamite,
dude, yeah,
black holes.
I'll be fine. You know, I
I was gonna say because when
you got to watch for falling pianos.
when me and the fiance and her brother-in-law went to C2E2,
Yeah.
they had the way we came in from the parking area, whatever parking lot we were at, was through an underground tunnel, and then we came up some stairs. Well, when we went to leave, we got turned around and went backwards, and one of the workers told us, yeah, if you just go through this underground tunnel, it'll take you to the one you're talking about. We went through that and ended up on the opposite side of the convention center, and then they wouldn't let us back in. The doors locked behind us, so we're like, fuck. So we had to walk up and around. I think it ended up being like a 4-mile walk to get all the way back around the convention center.
Because that is not a small place.
No.
There's no sidewalks also on the side. It's parking lot, no real way. It's fucking the lake on
That's
this
good to know.
side. Yeah.
So definitely Uber
Remember-
in if you can.
Yeah.
Either Uber in or remember where you parked.
Well, and I'm
Because it
like,
became a long walk for us.
I'm thinking
Cold.
about bringing some like snowboarding goggles and just hitting the scooter. Like if they got the electric scooters.
No.
Just
Oh, I
put some
imagine they
goggles
do.
on my scarf, flip it around, and
Yeah.
That'd be funny as fuck.
just fucking get my ass on through. No, I wanted to. The hotel I got's close enough in walking distance from the House of Blues, which is where they're having that hotel or
No.
the Murders of Karloff after party thing. So I'm kind of curious how that's gonna go. Like, I wonder if they're gonna be playing games
Right.
there. Is it just all the people from Magic getting drunk with fans? Like,
That would be
Could
fun.
be.
is it
Could be. It's probably both.
If that's the case, you need
Is
to
there
get
free
trashed
shit?
with Josh Lee Kwai.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
get on his good side. He'd be like, finally, someone likes me. So much shit.
I'll tell you what, I watching this last one, or I watched one the other day where he was talking and everybody was like ganging up on him, and like he sounded a lot like Levi. Everybody picks on me. Everybody just because I do that. Like,
I'm the threat. What about you?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
we
There
know.
was a lot of that.
He didn't
Now-
even have to play blue to be
No.
that guy.
Now, granted,
I did play a lot of blue though.
Granted, he had like in one turn he wiped out 2 players because he had some crazy thing
He's a
that let
good
him
player,
draw
man.
like 50 cards, and he
I
was
think most of them guys I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but I think a lot of the people from the big high-profile videos all have competitive backgrounds, and that's how they knew each other because they were in the
probably
competitive scene way back in the day.
yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't hear. I'm sure I'm probably
Kibler is.
We know he is.
is the competitive scene still big, or have a lot of those people just like said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather just play and have fun on YouTube.
I think it gets tiresome. It's
I know
just
they're-
like
I mean-
a motocross rider. You know?
There's still, I mean, top 8. Like, there's still tournaments. There's still competitive play. I mean, CEDH, I've never necessarily seen tournaments for, so don't ask me about that. I just know it is a format.
So
When I'm saying modern tournaments, standard tournaments, fucking legacy, vintage tournaments. Those things all happen. Wizards still host those. They're still as big as ever.
but now a lot of the pros have quit playing it, and now they play Commander.
I
on
couldn't
YouTube.
tell you that either.
I'm not sure how the pro. I don't watch.
I know-
the pro tour stuff.
I was gonna say, I know when I was in high school, most of the pros still played the game. Like, they didn't give a shit. Now, I know there are pros that play, like, Commander on the YouTube, but to say, oh, they gave up on the pro stuff to do the YouTube stuff probably isn't true either, because most of the time, pros still be pros while they play. while
they can
YouTube.
do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
If you-
think the
if you look
Command
at
Zone guys do because they're like all
Well,
their
I don't-
spare time is
I
in
think
the
they hop
production.
into competitions every
I was
now
gonna
and
say they might. Who knows? I don't pay attention that much.
then. Competitions, for one, get you money, and when you're as good as those people who have made careers about it, getting a bit of extra cash, or we get a free booster box that we get to use as a giveaway or on stream or on some stupid platform. Like,
Yeah.
we can give it away for viewers and like it helping.
Well, you know you got to be doing something right when Wizards sponsors your
Yeah.
channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of those guys,
They don't
Wizards
they
are
don't sponsor a lot of people. They tend to sponsor an episode kind of thing. Like they won't sponsor someone.
Well, the whole
continuously.
Command Zone is just sponsored by
by
Yeah.
Wizards.
Yeah, they get all their product there. But for the most part, Wizards will like sponsor episodes.
And
for
they
people,
seem
but
to
not the
do,
whole
and
thing.
I'm guessing, and we really haven't, the one thing we haven't discussed about us is on here. I mean, we've talked about it else. Actually, we really kind of haven't, is schedule. Like, I think we're looking at podcast once a week.
Yeah,
And we're looking
Yeah.
at maybe gameplay once a month.
I was just saying,
it could be
no,
more frequent than that. I don't know.
I know.
I think the big thing with
the podcast has to be done once a
I
week.
think the podcast has to be done once a week. The thing with the games, I think that we have to spread it out long enough to give Levi time to edit.
So here's the thing: is I
Okay.
could get one out in a week. That's not an issue. The thing is I'm trying to learn how to do multiple things. Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
still learn how to make one of those like 3D intros. That's like what I'm imagining is I'd love like for the podcast to have like a pint glass sliding across a bar that just hits the words Pints and Pages. Something simple like that. I'm still trying to figure out how to do. And whether I can even do it. I may not have the talent to do that. But I could turn out a basic cut, edit, stuff like that in a week. My only worry would be getting enough guests that it doesn't feel stale having the same 2 or 3 people in and out repeatedly with us, and keeping deck levels similar. So, because that would be the only issue of not doing once a month, because with the once a month we can do all of the pre-con decks that come out. If we try to do more than once a month, we got to dip into our own decks, which I'm fine with. But say we have Dad only owns pre-cons.
Well, that's why I always try to make sure I have stuff to offer.
Right.
If you want to play my shit, then by all means.
And I either have
and maybe it's a thing, and I'm gonna throw this out there.
I just want power levels to be at least similar, so we don't have an obvious one guy running the fucking table.
So here we are. We started with. I mean, we're in February. I get it, but we could always do a once a month, and then once a quarter. So that'll give us another 4. We do something crazy, like we do the budget deck, or maybe I sit out 1 week. Maybe I sit out 1 week and you have Tyler and Mike come and bring strong decks, and you guys just go at it. I would
have to get Chatterfang finished for that.
I just have to reach in my bag.
but that's something we could wait until the end of the. But if we do. That gives us 16 of those episodes, and then and then we could do, or we could do we have Tapped and Exerted, and then we have something else that maybe we run once a month with the pre-cons, but we run the other one.
Well, and
either way, I think
we got the Lorcana ones, and those ones are so fucking easy to run and compared to Magic videos.
Correct.
Well, because they only come out once a quarter.
Yeah, and those will be quick ones. But we can always add in extra ones.
Well, that's what I was about to say is I would like, and you guys are more part of that community than I am, but I would like to get, honestly, we could do one of those at least once a month.
Yeah.
If not twice, do 2 Magic games, do 2 Lorcana games. That'd be a little much.
Well, it might be a little much, but...
doing 1 and 1 would be at least, because the Lorcana games are quick, easy, simple.
The hard part about Magic, and this is why I think that there are some channels, and I keep referencing Command Zone, but I think this is why they have the pre-con section. They have game nights, but then they also have extra turns, because extra turns is just people playing decks.
Well, extra turns is isn't that what they talk about after the game?
No, extra turns is them playing, but they're all playing different decks. Where game nights is them playing
it's
upgraded pre-cons. Upgraded.
Sometimes they brew straight up decks.
Yeah.
Because
I thought they.
No, you haven't been watching long enough.
Well, I have not.
You're new,
right?
And even when you do watch the old ones, you don't pay attention always. If you go back,
I only pick it if it says pre-con.
Oh yeah, no. Go back to their old game nights. It used to be them sitting in an apartment.
But I think they changed that to extra turns. Game nights only comes out once a month.
They don't stick to the pre-cons though. Even when pre-cons released, because Wilds of Eldraine released 2 pre-cons and they didn't. They built commanders from that set.
Correct. What they do is they use commanders from the sets.
Yes.
And then they build their own decks. That's game nights. Yeah. And then extra turns is just
bring whatever.
I think it's just bring whatever.
But my brain goes to also the reason we've made the playlist Tapped and Exerted and called I guess you can call it show Tapped and Exerted.
It's because we want to do Magic and Lorcana.
Magic and Lorcana. Which also then means why limit what the Magic is to only the pre-cons, or what the Lorcana is to only... Because if we're doing only Magic pre-cons here, but it's on the same episode name,
Right.
And we're not doing Lorcana
Lorcana
pre-cons.
pre-cons are going to be garbage videos.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm
Sorry,
not
but they
opposing
are.
that we do the Magic pre-cons. I obviously want to keep doing the Magic pre-cons. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make the editing on you as simple as possible. Because the more videos we make, the harder the editing's going to get.
Until he gets the hang of it. Once
Yeah,
it
that's the other thing.
You know.
And that's the other part is also why I said, like, that's why after you said a little much for the 2 and 2, 1 and 1 would be fine because that gives me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1 and 1 will be fine because I can turn out one of those in a week probably. Because I know I can do this in a night. Like for everyone listening, we do this on Sunday. I turn around, download it all to my phone or my computer, edit it, upload it all tonight.
Yeah.
I can do one of these overnight, and then that gives me the rest of the week to do the Magic or the Lorcana episode.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So,
Which
technically,
I
guess we could do one a week then. Maybe. If that's what we decide to do.
I think a lot of people don't like it, but banking videos is not necessarily a bad thing as long as we're keeping, like, we're not being too, terrible about it.
Right.
But if we're
saying,
going to do gameplay, why not shoot, like, 3 games in one day sometimes?
Right.
Right now, the only issue is, and another one of those hardware things, it all saves to my phone first and then has to be uploaded to Google Photos, that in which I download to my laptop and then deal with it all there. I don't know what it'll be after this, but I only had 100 gigabytes left, which I know is a lot, but I went from having...
for video.
not for video, A, and B. I went from having 200 or 250 spare to down to 100, and that was with the 2 unboxings, the 2 gameplays we've done.
Yeah.
Because one of them never got uploaded, and the 1 podcast we did, and then this one.
So the big thing, and
I think the next big thing, besides for all 3 of us getting separate mics,
right,
is SD cards for the cameras.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. But I think the cameras can have SD cards.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we could do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said it's a minor inconvenience.
Right.
And it's also a minor technical thing. Also, though, I'm one of those people, I don't want to buy a 128 gigabyte SD card. I want to buy at least a terabyte, so that way I know that we can record 4 games in a row, and it's never going to run out of space.
Yeah. Well, and we'll get to that kind of shit.
Right.
Eventually.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, it just takes time. We all work fucking day jobs, so...
Yeah, it's not like we're doing this for a living. We're doing it for fun.
Hey, one day maybe. That's the goal. That's
one
my
day
goal.
maybe.
That'd be cool.
One day maybe.
You're going to have to make a lot of money.
But
we've talked about...
astronomical
I was going to say, we've all talked about this before. The moment I make what I make at my job consistently, I'll quit it. I don't give a shit. If I can make what I make now... I don't care. I survive off that. I'll do that.
Right?
Yeah, that would be the ultimate goal for sure, but
that's a long ways away, probably.
But that's probably a long ways away. But as long as that one guy or girl in Canada, would tell her friends, then
that
it'll
one
spread
human.
like
I
wildfire.
hope it's human. No, I don't. I hope it's an alien.
You hope it's an alien?
Come probe me.
I don't think I've ever heard someone voluntarily ask to be probed.
It just has to, if they just keep telling people in Canada, it'll spread like wildfire. Because we love it.
No, that's a bad joke, man.
I'm sorry.
It just happens. No wildfires. Only you can prevent wildfires. You can't burn down the forest.
Do they even have Smokey the Bear?
Don't tell anyone in Canada about our show. If you're going to spread wildfires, it's not good.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good.
Disclaimer: we do not approve of wildfires.
No wildfires here.
What's our time look like? I think we're
54.5.
okay. I think we're
Good enough.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been us rambling about what we've been doing, what we're in the process of doing, where we're headed,
Yeah.
and
I think next week will be a little more exciting. We got a lot of new
we
shit
got a
to
lot of shit going on next weekend. So
we also got not next weekend, but the weekend after is Hall of Heroes.
Yeah.
Is it that early already?
Yeah.
And we got 2 weekends, and me and you are up in Elkhart.
Yeah, we'll be in Elkhart at Hall of Heroes.
Yeah.
Everyone, Elkhart, Hall of Heroes.
Yeah. And I will be at Savini Comics.
Getting hit by 2x4s.
Yep, with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So
he won't be sawing the logs today.
Yeah, you are not going to want to miss Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, so I got good old Hacksaw coming in, and we are, excited. Next couple of weeks should be good. Definitely good podcast coming out of it.
I have a new guest. Guest that hasn't been on.
Yeah, we'll have a new guest. I think we're going to try to film some Lorcana content next week.
Yeah.
And
gameplay.
Some gameplay and unboxing, and we'll do the podcast and all that fun stuff. Because next week we'll have some Lorcana news to talk about. Obviously,
I'll have ass loads of Magic news because I'll be sitting through the panels and previews.
So next
God
week.
bless your soul. I can't sit through panels.
Oh, it's my favorite.
And next week we'll have a lot of Lorcana and Magic content to talk about next week. And whatever else happens, through the week. But we're gonna go ahead and sign off. So I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And this has been Pints and Pages.